Welcome to the Frontline. We're at the 2013 San Antonio Boat Show. I'm Eric BRUSS, Pro Staff with the Armyredfishanglers, joined by Chuck Guthrie with the Armybassanglers, Pro Staff. Chuck, you're going to talk to us a little bit about Biobor and the harmful effects of ethanol in the motors.
Yes. Ethanol is a hydrant molecule that sits in your gas tank, and what it does is it absorbs all your octane and all your water out of the fuel system and out of the air in your tank. When it does that, it swells up and gets heavy and sinks at the bottom of the tank.
Right.
When it does
that causes the separation.
Yeah, it
right?
causes phase-fuel separation, exactly. Well, in doing that, your engine sucks the fuel from the bottom of the tank, which is where all this stuff is. So you get a super high burn with that water in there, and it scorches your cylinder heads, your pistons, your rings, and things like that. And also, ethanol is not good for your hoses, your pump bulbs, and things like that. It's really a bad deal.
Ethanol is the enemy. That's the bottom line.
Yes, especially for marine and engines that sit for a period of time.
Right.
Lawnmowers, weed eaters, chainsaws, things like that. Anything like that that sits for 14, 15 days really starts bad stuff for your dangerous.
What all does the ethanol? Well, we understand what all the ethanol does to damage. How does Biobor protect our $25,000 investments in these motors?
Well, what Biobor does is it emulsifies that molecule, keeps it floating around in the fuel system.
So it keeps it suspended where it should be, right?
Exactly. Keeps it up the way it's supposed to be and burns it through the system naturally. So it doesn't hurt your octane in your fuel and things like that. It just makes the fuel homogeneous.
Right.
Really good stuff. And an independent study was done by the Practical Sailor, shows that Biobor was the best solution for your vehicle. Because not only does it fight for ethanol, it's also a fuel stabilizer, and it's also a lubricating agent in here that keeps your injectors clean, keeps your floats moving good. And the study showed that of all the leading brands tested, the Biobor did the least amount of damage to your fuel system while treating it. So it's a real good product. Right,
and stabilization is important. Maybe not. I mean, it's important for everybody. We probably boat and are out on the water a lot more than the average, angler or boater. So when they're storing their boats for, a month at a time or 3 weeks at a time, that stabilization is important.
Yeah,
keep your motor running healthy. You gotta feed your motor the right stuff, and it'll treat you well. With the increasing costs of maintenance on boats, this is a very, very cheap resolution to some of those things. Yeah, now, where can we get the Biobor at?
It's available at Academy, West Marine, and soon to be in Bass Pro Shop, probably in the May-June time frame. And remember that if you're not using Biobor, use something. But if you're using something other than Biobor, you're paying more to do it.
Right. Give us a shot. I guarantee you'll be happy about it. Biobor sells itself after you use it. Appreciate your time, Chuck. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining us. Press the attack. Hua.